to a new episode of Insta Talk, the show that does all the talking for you by covering all the latest stories on social media by your favorite influencers, bloggers, and lifestyle experts. I'm your host, Dina, and on today's show, we're talking to Rania Hafez about the rise in online bullying, the measures you can take to protect young people, and what's fueling it. And whilst we may still be in lockdown, we can still have a little luxury. Joanne Morgan is here to show you how to get creative with your own at-home spa day. And our fashion expert Naveen is here to give you all the latest on Black Friday and Cyber Week deals, what to keep an eye on, and the best deals on the hottest items right now. And our health expert and plant-based activist chef Daniela is here to show you 2 simple and quick pasta dishes you can do in between Zoom meetings that don't compromise on flavor. So stay tuned and enjoy this week's episode of Insta Talk.
It's been a crazy year so far, our regular lives severely disrupted, and for young people, there's been a rapid rise in online bullying over the past 6 months. This year's Anti-Bullying Week's theme is United Against Bullying, and over the week we've heard stories about the spike in cyberbullying over lockdown. We're speaking to Rania Hafez to find out more.
With me now is the lovely Rania Hafez. Thank you so much, Rania, for joining us, and welcome to Insta Talk.
It's always a pleasure to be with you here, Dina.
Thank you so much. Now, Rania, we're talking about cyberbullying now. We have noticed that the lockdown has seen more and more of the young people obviously being at home, working online and so on. And also with the pandemic and the lockdown, a lot of them have actually been going on social media. Now, do you think it's actually fueling the kids to lash out like this on social media?
I think it's very difficult to know whether they're lashing out or not. I think the problem has always been there even before the pandemic. There is a difference between not having etiquette of knowing how to behave in social media and bullying, which is systematic and kind of quite undermining. I think a lot of young people, and not just young people, but older people as well, social media can be quite an anonymous place. But also it's a place where a lot of young people are vying with each other in terms of things to show off, or kind of who's got the better, the more likes or the more friends. And I think that in itself can lead to exclusion. Whereas before, when you're in a classroom or in the school, there will always be groups who play together, groups who hang out together. There's always going to be a way of kind of growing into adulthood. With social media, you're doing it kind of in a way quite public, because in the school you're going to be in the classroom or in the playground, but on social media almost everyone can see. There are very difficult ways to filter things. So I think it has allowed kind of a more of a particularly oversharing. There's a lot of oversharing. There's a lot of competition between young people, and that in itself can cause a lot of distress. Now, in terms of bullying, bullying has been there since forever, and social media, unfortunately, it is quite a rife medium. I mean, even some well-known adults get bullied on social media, and I think young people haven't escaped that. Particularly adults are probably not showing them a good example of behavior. So it would become kind of even more noticeable, as you said, particularly because a lot of young people are spending more time on social media because they're not able to hang out with their friends. So I don't think it's just the pandemic that's the problem, or social media in itself. I think the medium of social media has mushroomed and kind of exploded in recent years to an extent that so many young people are finding it very difficult to navigate it, and actually probably don't have the forums where they can discuss those issues they're having with the navigation of social media.
Unfortunately, I mean, just going back to that point about sort of kids and how much attached they are to social media. Apparently, I've noticed over the years as well, and especially with social media, is that it all depends upon the number of likes and followers now, that the child or even the adult is actually, is whether he is popular or not. Now, who do you blame for this? Is it the actual social media platforms, or do you actually blame the public figures that we have on social media, the influencers that are actually encouraging it?
I think blame is probably the wrong word. I think what we
Okay.
need to figure out is what are the factors that
Mm,
are leading to that kind of behavior. I think social media, the way it's structured, we get this kind of almost like endorphins being triggered by the likes,
mm.
and adults as well as young people
True.
and children
Yes. Yes.
are kind of subject to that kind of we want instant gratification, and we all look to how many likes we've got or how many followers we've got.
That's
So
right.
I don't think it's an area for blame. It is
Mm,
just the new world we live in, and it's
mm,
about probably working with young people and working ourselves as adults to
mm,
kind of navigate how should we use social media in a way that is not that detrimental to mental
mm,
health, or that doesn't push us to kind of want to be popular, and or kind of how many likes we get. It
mm,
is just the way social media is structured. So we've got to
mm,
find a different way. We've got to see what is it that has replaced, what was it before that we got kind of confirmation of our own self-esteem. Where did we
mm,
get it from? We
mm,
got it from our parents, probably
mm,
from praise from teachers, from communication with friends.
mm, mm,
So how are we going to maneuver around social media? Can we do it differently? I think the platforms themselves could be talking to educationalists. Probably
good.
educationalists are not
Mm,
that involved. They have not
mm,
been included in the conversation,
mm,
and maybe educationalists and parents forums to see the way forward. But I don't think this is just an issue for young people. Unfortunately, they are growing in an environment where they are requiring this kind of confirmation of self-approval, of approval from everybody else,
mm,
which
mm.
is harmful in the long term.
Of course.
Harmful in terms of as adults,
Mm,
will they be able to navigate the world where they are developing their own self-esteem internally, or
mm.
are they always going to be looking for external validation? And I
Yes.
think that external validation element is quite
Mm,
a
mm.
feature of social media that none of us has really got to grips with. We all want more likes, we all want more
Of course, we
followers.
all want, and it's part of the job, especially if you work in social media itself,
Absolutely.
or in the public eye, or if you're
Yeah.
sort of in broadcasting. It's very important because this is what it's all about.
So
Um,
it's a question for all of us.
Yes, it is. It is a very important question, I guess. Yes, absolutely. Now, obviously, young people now are obviously more often the target, and we're talking about
Yeah.
teenagers and sort of youngsters. What measures can parents take to protect their children from cyberbullying?
I think that the best measure any parents can take is to open up communication channels with their child.
Mm,
I think children should be able to approach their parents
mm,
and be able to kind of share with them any concerns they have. One of the issues is that bullying happens very slowly, very kind of imperceptibly to
mm,
start with. It could be that and again, it depends what we mean by bullying. So it could be that the child's being shunned by friends or not getting enough likes. That's not bullying.
mm,
Bullying is when there are people who are kind of purposefully and consistently undermining somebody. So maybe sending them insults, or
name calling, yeah,
so basically,
exactly.
so actually maybe attacking them verbally, attacking them,
True.
So I think it's about recognizing what might be quite normal
Mm,
young people's behavior. I don't want to like you, or today I'm going to like you, tomorrow I'm not going to like you, I'm going to fall out
mm,
with you. That's
yeah.
quite normal. And also recognize when actually there is a sustained attack on a young person by a group of others or one other person. And I think to start with, it's really about the child talking to their
Mm, mm,
parents taking a more interest in how their child is interacting in social media, but also kind of reminding the child that it's not all about likes, and it's not, you don't have to
mm,
receive validation all the time from external sources. You have to kind of create your own self-validation. And
mm,
I think nothing tops communication. I'm not going to, with social media, I remember when my children started, and they are in their late 20s and 30s now. And as a parent, we had no idea what was going on.
mm,
And it was almost kind of um, away from us. My children were on social media before I even knew what social media was.
yeah, yeah.
And I could tell that the platforms were, when I finally went into a platform for one of my children, it was so negative. There was so many negative
Mm,
comments,
comment.
and particularly kind of behavior that was pushing the child in a particular way. I think we've moved away from that. I think now parents, it's about not restricting children's access, but communicating with the children, discussing with them how is it they are using social media, why exactly. That's really important.
Now, the question is though, Rania, are bullies normally aware that they bully people, or are they just people that've got no feelings whatsoever? I mean, what do you think is the psychology behind bullying?
There have been some studies of bullying, and the usual thing is usually bullies have been bullied themselves. So it's somebody who's been bullied before and is bullying. These are the people who are consistently and persistently targeting other people to put them down or to harm them, to cause them some harm. So there are some people who will go out and actually intend to cause harm. People like this really need help, and they need to be flagged out. And parents, if they're aware that their child is kind of being systematically targeted by a particular group of people or a particular person in a very negative and harmful way, they should raise that with the school if this person is from the child's school, or even with the social media, or maybe teach the child how to block. Child should be. So I think I think there is the difference now. But then there are other young people who are themselves, they don't know how to navigate social media, and they are just behaving the way they would have behaved in the classroom or in the playground. That is really more about developing the resilience of your own child and actually getting them to know how to stand up to this beginning of the negative behavior and how to walk away from it.
I see. Now, finally, just Rania, I just wanted to ask, what advice would you give to young people that are experiencing cyberbullying, both to the young people and to their parents, actually?
I think you can block. I think there's a block button. Please use it. You don't have to allow people you do not like. I think of social media as like your own garden or your own front room or even your own neighborhood. And it's great because you can choose who comes into your neighborhood or not. And I know that people want to be liked, particularly teenagers. They want to be liked by their friends. But actually, what does that get them? I think we need to have a conversation with them. Use social media the way you want to use it. Don't seek approval of others. Take control of it yourself. And if you have any concerns or worries, always talk to your parents, always talk to a teacher. You do not have to suffer in silence, and you do not have to accept something that is actually harmful to you. Social media should be a pleasurable experience.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And on that note, we would like to end our interview or our lovely talk with you. Thank you so much, Rania, for the amazing sort of advice. And hopefully, I personally think that it's all about taking control. It's you who can control
Absolutely.
it. Okay? Nobody
we have to empower our young people. So I think my computer's making a lot of noise. We have to empower our we have to empower our young people. And I think we empower them by getting them to take control of their own social media.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on to Talk. Thank you, Rania.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
When it comes to cooking during the week, the most time-efficient recipes are the most valuable. But we're not sacrificing health or flavor. Health expert chef Daniela is here to guide you through 2 quick and simple pasta dishes you could easily make in between Zoom meetings that are healthy and full of flavor.
With us is the lovely Daniela, Chef Daniela. Hello, how are you? You okay?
Hi, Dina. Good to see you. So glad to be back.
Lovely to see you as always. Right, today, okay, we're talking about pasta. We're talking about recipes that's going to get us through the lockdown that we're actually going through here in the UK. So what ingredients do I need for the dishes that you're going to tell us all about?
So I love making pasta when weather changes, when it gets a little cooler. What about you? Are you a pasta fan, Dina?
I love pasta, every single type of pasta. My pasta is my favorite.
Fantastic. So you're going to love these 2 recipe recommendations.
Right.
Simple. I want to talk to you about how easy it is to use pasta in your daily diet.
Right.
And I want to just mention 2 separate and very easy recipes that you can make anytime you want.
Right.
So the first thing is I want to show you some cooked pasta. I did this ahead of time. You can see in my overhead, this is red lentil pasta. So it is made with red lentil flour. as well as regular flour. So it's very high in protein. And one of my favorite ways to enjoy it is just to take a little pesto. Right. And you can make this with any herbs, like parsley, basil, even cilantro. Mix it up with garlic, lemon, toss it on your pasta, and that's one dish. You can have this many times a week if you want, many times a month. It's a really kind of go-to standard pasta recipe. I love this one.
Okay, so you said the actual pasta is made of red lentils.
Yes, yeah, you can actually see it like looks a little red, right?
It does, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
It's very high in protein.
Yes, I can imagine. Now, what is the key ingredient into a pasta dish is full of flavor? Is it the pesto? Is it the herbs? What is it exactly?
So I say that it's actually the pasta noodles first. Right. So you really want high quality pasta, whatever you can do to find high quality. I say that you should definitely practice and cook with different types of noodles and pastas that are made with different flours, like buckwheat flour or pulses and beans. But you could also use standard pasta and think of the noodle shapes as a different way to sort of approach the sauces. Right. Now, the next most important and flavorful element would definitely be the sauces. And the world is your oyster here. You can use anything you want. You can use herbs and spices. You can use red sauce, green sauce. You can use white sauce. So have fun with it.
Right. Okay. That sounds brilliant. So can I actually have a pasta-based meal every day, do you think? Or is it pushing it?
Oh, that's a great question. I love it. So yeah, I would say absolutely. If you're a pasta fan and you use this as your grain or your carbohydrate, you can certainly have it every few days. And make sure, again, that you're not eating the same recipe. You're mixing it up. So I'm going to show you another quick recipe. This one's so simple, and you can make it right in your microwave even.
Right.
Dina, have you ever seen these bags? These are called stasher bags.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, no, but this is new to me. Yeah, okay.
Okay, brilliant. These are sustainable bags. These are fantastic. These are both for storage and for cooking. So you can see I have a little pasta noodles. These are cooked. I put them in the bag. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a meal in this stasher bag. So simple. I'm going to use a few mushrooms, which I love. These are cremini mushrooms or baby portobellos. And then I'm going to take some of this beautiful dino kale, also known as lacinato kale.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add dino kale or any dark leafy green. Just going to pull it, throw it in my bag.
Right.
Add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and you can truly just pour it right in.
Right.
And then any seasonings that you want. Now, I really like it spicy, so I'm going to use a little red pepper flake, maybe a little sea salt, and it's really wonderful if you make yourself some homemade plant-based Parmesan, and this is just nutritional yeast, and that's 1-to-1 ratio, pulsed up. I'm going to throw a little of this in the stasher bag as well.
Amazing. I'm getting hungry already.
It's like a meal in a minute. You close it, you burp it, which means you just open up a little part of the bag, put it in your microwave for 90 seconds, and you have a meal in a minute. It's so fast and so easy.
That's a minute and a half, 90 seconds, a minute and a half, and you have a meal. That is incredible.
Yeah, and if you guys want to check out these stasher bags, you can find them all over, but you can check them out on my Amazon shop. It's amazon.com/Chef Danielle Amalfitano. And I want to recommend lots of different cooking products to make your pasta cooking super simple. Right. And I also recommend ingredients that might be more difficult to find, like good pesto, good pepper flakes, and all of that, and really good pasta. So check it out if you're interested.
That sounds brilliant. That sounds absolutely brilliant. I will check it out, definitely. So just finally, one other question, Daniela. Does carb-rich food benefit our diet or not? I know it doesn't, but in my diet, but generally speaking.
Yeah, well, it depends on the person and it depends on the body. Every body is what I call bio-individual, depending on our gut microbiome and our constitution. But what I'll say, just to make you feel really great and everyone that's listening really great, is that you don't really have to worry about overeating carbohydrates. As long as you're pairing them with really fiber-rich, nutrient-dense fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, and beans. All right? So if you're going to have pasta, just make sure you have protein coming from the form of beans or pulses, and then your fiber-rich foods. Add as many fruits and vegetables and even nuts and seeds like hemp seeds and anything you want to the pasta to make it balanced, and then you can enjoy pasta to your liking. And really don't even think two more thoughts about having too many carbohydrates. As long as you're pairing them with fiber and nutrient-dense foods, you're good to go.
So it's all about the balance, isn't it? Just balancing it. That's
truly is.
Making a balanced diet. Brilliant. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Daniela. I'm actually going to go and have pasta today. I'm going to make pasta myself today. So
fantastic.
I'm going to create my own pesto. So I'll see what it looks like. I might post a picture with the pasta.
Fantastic. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Daniela. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good day.
Sounds good. You too. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Black Friday is still more than a week away, but there are already plenty of Black Friday clothing deals out there for the taking. So if you're looking to add a few more key pieces to your wardrobe, or you're planning a whole new style, now's the time to shop. Our fashion designer and trainer Nervina Jaban is here to make sure you don't fall for holiday mania. Instead, she's showing you some of the best fashion deals available now, how to prepare for Cyber Week, and what's hot in fashion right now.
With me is Nervina Jaban. Hello, Nerveen. Lovely to see you.
Hi, how are you, Rina? How are you? Good.
Fantastic. You're actually standing in for Rana, but obviously both you and Rana are so dear to us. You are our fashion experts, so it's always lovely to have you on the show,
we are one. Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, Nerveen, now we are talking about Black Friday. So before we actually dive into the deals, what do you think are the key piece of advice would you give to people who don't know where to start shopping or how to start shopping?
Yes, actually, a lot of people, they wait the Black Friday. I'm one of them.
Right.
But now, because now after Corona, like in the malls, like 70% from the year, it's on sale.
Right.
So Black Friday, they are making like more sale. So before that, each and every girl, she should like go to her closet,
right,
and see what is like the things that missed in her closet.
Yes.
For example, yes.
Right.
So for example, nowadays there is no like parties, there is no evening wear. So nowadays, if anybody wants to like go and shop in Black Friday, and I prefer for them, my advice for them to just like go to casual wear, more like
lounge wear, casual wear. Yes. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so how do we actually sort of look for the hottest fashion trends for women right now? So how do we search for it? What do we do?
Actually now, like the styles, there are like people that are wearing the styles, like for example now, what I'm wearing sequin jacket, right? Before, people, they were wearing this like evening wear for like dinner. Now I was in my class, I wore this. People that are like going out, I'm wearing tennis shoes with the jeans with it.
Right.
So yes, now the trend is that mixing the styles together. The trend is like hoodies, maybe people, they are wearing hoodies with a classic skirt with the tennis shoes. Yes, so this is the trend, to mix and match the styles together. This is trend. Yes. And this is like better for the fashion designers, better for the shops, better for the people, because it's not complicated like before. Like everyone can shop now. And why they did this? Like why they created this? Because now everything, the shopping is now online. So online, to shop online,
yes.
To shop online, it's not like shopping in the mall. For me, there is advantages and disadvantages for both. Shopping online, it's like more clear. We have more time while sitting at home. We can see, but the disadvantages that, like the people that they don't know their sizes, the people that they don't know their style or the materials and the things that the threads that they are in the materials and the outfits, they cannot shop online.
You know what I do, Nirveen. You're gonna laugh at me, but if I like an item online, I don't buy just that item in that size. I actually get either one bigger size and one smaller size, just in case, so that if the size isn't actually right or spot on. So you'll find like each item I buy 3 or 4 of the same item.
Yes, yeah, and that's why a lot of people they don't know, and actually now we're gonna do like one episode about this, like how to take your measurements and how to just compare. And yes, because everything will be online now. But Black Friday, for now, like a lot of websites, they are doing Black Friday and the mall. But because of the situation and Corona, not everyone can go to the mall, because like now a lot of people, and you cannot like just
just take yourself and
try.
Go. Yes, yes, that's right, absolutely. Especially here in the UK now, we don't actually have shops that are opened. All the shops are closed now, so you can't actually go out shopping, unfortunately.
Yes, exactly.
So what key items should we make sure we have in our wardrobe this winter? Because Rana told us about loungewear last week. So what do you think is the other key item we need to have in our wardrobe? It's very essential.
Actually, the basics is blazers. Blazers and the boot cut jeans or boot cut pants, and that check material and check
like
print.
Yes, these are the keys.
Yes, it's the end now. That yes.
Fantastic. Okay, now where can we find the best online deals, Nirveen? Where should we look? Which websites should we find the best online deals?
Actually, and I don't shop too much online, but for me now, I'm shopping a lot from ASOS.
Okay, ASOS. Yes, ASOS is amazing. That's true. Yes, I love ASOS as well. Yes.
ASOS, and yes, this is like I'm shopping ASOS because like they write exactly the measurement, so I can I can.
You can find your
exactly my and find my measurement.
Do they actually have Black Friday deals at the moment? So if I go now online, will I be
Yes. It started already.
Oh, fantastic!
It's not only Friday. They did it like 2 or 3 weeks here in UAE.
In the UAE. Oh, okay. I think it's different, isn't it, from country to country? But I'll definitely check it out. So I'll look for ASOS, and any other. Maybe you can recommend another one. So
ASOS and Shein. I think Shein, like always, they are making. What's
the fabric like for Shein? Before I forget, because I'm quite reluctant to buy anything from Shein. But what do you think is the fabric like? Is it good quality?
Some of them you have, like in Shein, you have to go and see the materials and the threads that they are in the material, because if it's nylon, if you have something nylon or like a lot of polyester on it, it's the quality is not good. But some of them, they are very good quality. Yes.
Really? Okay. Well, you need to send us
especially the basics.
Especially the basics. Well, you need to send us maybe next week, give us some idea, about what to shop on Shein, and
yes.
send us some.
I can send you. Yes, I can send you some items there.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Well, Nirveen, it's been such a great pleasure to have you. You
are
so not only a fashion designer, but you're also a trainer, so you must be very busy academically. So thank you so much for being on Insta Talk.
You are welcome. Anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
With social commitments low and anxieties high, now is the perfect time for an at-home spa day. A little pampering goes a long way, and there's nothing stopping you from creating that Zen spa day atmosphere, soothing scent and indulgent beauty experience in your own bathroom. Joanne Morgan is here, harnessing creativity to walk you through a simple yet effective at-home spa experience.
With me, the gorgeous Joanne Morgan. Hello, Joanne. How are you today?
I'm very well, Dina. How are you?
I'm very well. It's always so lovely to see you on Insta Talk. Now, Joanne, we have actually been wanting to talk about how to actually pamper ourselves while we're actually in lockdown. So what DIY face mask have you actually personally used, and would you recommend it?
Okay, I would recommend the one I have used, and believe it or not, I have done this. So most people will have one of these in their house. So here is it's actually a very small egg. So you want to separate out your egg. You don't need the yolk for this. Keep the yolk. You might be able to do something else with it.
Yeah.
And if you're vegan, we can do it with water. It's fine. So you have the egg whites from your egg and mix it with a good teaspoon of honey. Now you've got the Manuka honey, which has got the live bacteria, antibacterial qualities to it. And you can trace all Manuka jars should come with a number on them, and you can actually trace them back to the hive to make sure it's genuine, because it's really expensive. You've got squeezy runny honey from wherever. So pop some honey in, and then I add another teaspoon of cider vinegar as well. And this again is a bit different to normal. It's with the mother. What the mother is, I've no idea. I haven't got a clue, but you have to shake it. It's got bits in it.
Because it's powdery, isn't it? Yeah, normally.
So mix it all up. I use a nice fan brush and just paint it on. Don't do the eye area. So you can get a classic slices of cucumber around the eyes. And it just gives you a definite area to avoid putting your mask on. Now, this isn't one that I do in the bath because you don't want to be sweating. You actually want you want the tightness feeling, and the egg white gives you this incredible feeling of tight skin, and all the proteins go into it. And if you suffer with acne and stuff like that, then the Manuka has like I said, the antibacterial qualities. So very, very nice mask. Very nice.
Excellent.
And take it off with a warm damp cloth to take it off, just with nothing else on it, just warm water.
Okay. Well, now what about spas? Like, if I wanted to sort of maybe upgrade my bath to make it feel more like a spa, with all the scented oils and the bath salts and so on. So what would you actually recommend me doing, for example, if I wanted to have a nice spa?
Okay, if you want a nice spa bath, rather than getting a bubble machine going, you can add some Himalayan salts, magnesium salts, Epsom salts as well are very good for relaxing the muscles. They do have a kind of the quality that means that you might be near the bathroom for the rest of the afternoon if you're using the Epsom. But the magnesium is very good for tired muscles, and it's just overall generally relaxing. And then add some essential oils. I'm a firm lover of essential oils, to be honest. So I use lavender, frankincense. You can put a bit of yang yang in it if you want to up your erotica for the evening. And then you've got your central points on your body as well, so you can push and you can use your own acupressure points. So you've got palms of your hands, and you've got your temples. You can rub your temples.
And is that, then you do all of this while you're in the bath? So I'm assuming.
So you do all of this while you're in the bath. And then also, if you've done any yoga, you'll know that massaging your feet with your thumbs is also a wonderful release. It releases the fascia and opens up and lets the scent in and lets everything kind of do its job, as it were, rather than just sitting wallowing in a bucket of water. But
how important is aroma to a relaxing spa experience, do you think, Joanne?
I believe in aromatherapy actually has benefits physically and emotionally as well. We are very controlled by our sense of smell, our five senses. So the feeling and the kind of calmness that certain aromas can give you. Lavender, for one, is widely used as a very calming sense, and frankincense as well, and lime. So if you're in a stressful situation, sometimes just drop a little bit of aromatherapy oil onto your hand, rub your palms together, and just take a nice deep breath. And you will feel a difference. You will definitely feel better for it.
Sounds amazing. Now, just finally, what's the best facial massage tool in your opinion? I mean, I for one love these massage tools. There's the ones that you roll, and there's ones that obviously sort of that cleanse. But what's your favorite? Oh yes, that looks brilliant. Yes.
So this
Yes.
With its head on here.
Uh-huh.
This is the Lumi Spa award-winning gadget.
Right.
Of course, I've got one.
Okay.
So, and you can use it in water as well. So you can use it dry, or you can take it in the shower, or you can have it in the bath. So you pop on a 2p piece worth of cream, which can be according to your skin type. So there's 5 different types of cleansers. And the way it works is a 2-way oscillating, and it's silicone. So it's a silicone head, so it doesn't scratch the epidermis of the skin, because that's the worst thing you want to do, because by doing that, you actually end up allowing bacteria to come in, because you've taken the natural surface off your face. So all these exfoliants with the scratchy stuff in, I'm really, really not keen on. So I've got these on offer at the moment, believe it or not. I know how to get them on offer. So DM me if you want to get a hold of a Lumi Spa.
You need to let me know now. You need to tell me how you got it on offer, so you'll find me DMing you straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. No, amazing piece of kit. Incredible.
Fantastic.
I love it.
Well, brilliant. Thank you ever so much, Joanne. I mean, now I think, all the ladies and probably the men will find them sort of this weekend going out there and just pampering themselves, getting all the bits and bobs that you just told us about. So thank you ever so much. Sounds brilliant. And great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. And don't forget, when you put your vinyl gloves on, if you can cope with wearing them at night with the anti-bac all killing your hands, put some moisturizer cream on underneath, and then put the gloves on and sit watching the telly with your gloves on with some moisturizer underneath. Do your hands the world of good, because I'm just peeling skin off my fingers at the moment as well.
That's me now with all the amount of hand gel that we use as well. So but I'll try it definitely. That's something I'll do this weekend as well. So thank you so much, Joanne. Right.
Okay. Have a lovely weekend.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
This brings us to the end of this week's show. I would like to thank all our guests for coming onto Insta Talk, and a special mention goes to the amazing team that worked very hard in making this show to your social media platform. We will be back next week with all the latest trending stories from our fashion stylists, influencers, and lifestyle experts. If you want to watch our weekly episodes of Insta Talk, then do follow us online at WTX News on Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website www.wtxnews.com, or subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can like, share, and comment. So that's it from all of us. I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye-bye.